Hi, this is Brock Yordy, and I am excited to be here with Kevin from Xylem. Go ahead and introduce yourself and what you're up to.
All right. Hi, my name's Kevin Adler. I'm with Xylem Goes Water Technology. I am the business development manager for the residential industrial side of our business.
Excellent. What are you excited about for 2026?
For 2026, I'm excited about our products that we're releasing. We just came out with our new product called the AquaCase. It's an all-in-one Wi-Fi, Bluetooth-enabled residential pressure boosting system. And that is the product I'm looking forward to, and also to take a look at where we can actually kind of grow and take market share for our business.
It's been a wild year, and like private water well is growing again. If we look right now, for the last couple of years, we've been stagnant around about 14 million, and suddenly we're at 16 moving forward. From a residential standpoint of private homes, is there a big push? Is there more technologies coming out?
For more technologies regarding residential private homes, we are looking for digital solutions. That is one area of the business that we actually are going to be focusing on. We do have products in development. A lot of homeowners, if you will, they're moving to rural parts of their territory. They want that digital solution where if something does happen, they get an alert on their phone, right? Technology is advancing, especially with the IoT of things, and that's what we really want to focus on.
You're absolutely right. We're only about 11% of our population in the U.S. have private water wells. And so everybody just thinks the sink turns on, the sink turns off. Shoot, it's one of the big water utilities' fault.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, like having a private well, you have control of your water quality, but you also have a lot of responsibility in ensuring that it turns on.
The water comes on when you open up the faucet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think about that from being able to control my thermostat or turn my Christmas lights on and off.
Absolutely.
Or like patio lights. And it's great to see us go, data's king, like being able to have that control.
For sure. And you hit it on the head. When a homeowner turns the faucet on, they want to see water. And in rural areas, a lot of wells could potentially be low yield. So if they're only producing 5 to 7 gallons per minute, you can't put a 25 gallon per minute downhole because you're going to take more water than it can handle, and you're going to starve the well. So you can either put a flow restrictor on there, or you have an all-in-one pressure boosting system, because it's the homeowner's responsibility to take the water from the well and put it throughout their home. And very, very commonly, a lot of homeowners, families, they want to take a shower while running a dishwasher or doing a load of laundry. And if you have a low yield well, you can't do one of those, right? If you're in the shower, you're going to feel the water pretty much go away. You're going to lose pressure. And with the all-in-one pressure booster system or other products that we offer that can provide pressure into your house, we have the solution for that.
Yeah, it's ironic. It's not like you go buy a property because you know how much water is going to be there, right?
Right.
And then you start thinking about the size of this home or everything I want to do with it.
Correct.
And then the water well gets drilled and you have a yield of 3 gallons a minute or 5 gallons a minute. And it's you have to have the solution to be able to move on.
Yeah. So what do you do there, right? You can't just put some sort of pressure booster, because the booster technically would be boosting the water pressure, right? You need the flow.
Yeah.
So from there, from the well, you can actually put a large storage tank. So when the water does get low, right, you can put a flow switch for safety, but then you can actually put a larger booster system that could accommodate the flow requirements for the house and the application, and it would provide the family with constant pressure, whether they're running 2-3 showers, doing laundry and a dishwasher at the same time. They'll never notice a difference in decreased water pressure.
I want to switch gears.
Okay.
One thing that I'm really excited about is Xylem and Gould's. You guys do a lot for, water well owners that maybe can't get a system back up and running, or we don't realize how expensive water systems can be.
Yes.
And when that emergency happens, what do you do? And so we see different things, but at least 2-3 times a year, maybe more, I see you guys are posting stuff, and there's a new water well is being drilled, and a family who has went 30, 60, a half a year trying to figure out how to get this system back up and running, hauling water, now have water. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very, very huge and important corporate initiative. We focus on completing roughly one project each quarter, and we like to help families in need that are unable to take on the responsibility financially because the cost is extremely, extremely high. So with partnering with the Water Well Trust Foundation, the Chris Long Foundation, and Water Boys, everyone volunteers together. Our distributors and dealers donate product, and everyone else donates their time to get a family up and running with no cost out of their pocket, which is very crucial. We want to support the local communities and everybody around us.
It's significant because nobody is planning for a submersible pump to go out or a well to fail. And if you look at from when homes are built or rural communities, a life cycle of a well can be 35, 40 years.
Correct.
And so the last time it was done 40 years ago, when we think about like the technology we have today or just the cost of goods,
yes,
it's earth shattering. And I don't believe the general public really realizes the significance and cost. And even somebody who maybe has a credit card, it's still like,
you have to max it out.
Yeah, so it's cool, and it's I've seen you guys at the Jubilee. You do this really cool initiative where you're stocking bags of all sorts of goods for toiletries and whatnot. Like Xylem, you guys are giving back to this community on so many levels, and from clean water to having hygiene are so significant in our country and around the world that it's rewarding to see you guys doing this stuff.
Yeah, and as you were speaking about at the Jubilee, we build hygiene kits and for Clean the World. And literally those hygiene kits go all over the world, Europe, Africa, Canada, in places where shampoo is not available, clean water is not available, can't afford a toothbrush. We're currently working on building 500 hygiene kits to provide an actual school in South Texas right now for children that are unable to even purchase shampoo and conditioner. So the initiative is there. We are not going to be shying away from that at all. In fact, we'll probably take more on of that. We like to make the world whole and support those around us.
When we look at clean water,
yeah,
and then hygiene for clean water, and you look at the impacts that has to communities here in the States to around the world, it's significant.
It's significant.
It's there's a statistic out there that like as of right now, 2 out of 3 people in the world have a cell phone,
yeah,
and 1 out of 3 people in the world don't have access to clean water.
Unbelievable. Hey, that's news to me. But that statistic is absolutely, earth-shattering when you hear that.
Yep.
And it goes a long way to understand, what people are struggling throughout the world, and how can Xylem support that?
I love it. Let's move one more time, and we look at water and reliability and your advancements in technology, and we look at operational stages of wells.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about providing water for those who are having issues getting back up online, but going back to a consumer,
yeah,
if it's a farm or it's a residential home or maybe a rural community that's on a small rural well,
yeah,
like what do you guys have going on?
Yeah, for us, that's a great question. And for Xylem, what we have going on to support those needs, we have a wide 4-inch, 6-inch, and turbine line offering. Those for robust applications, those for the cost eco-friendly consumer. These pumps, as mentioned prior, they're not really cost effective, right? They are very expensive depending on the need. And we have units that are field repairable if needed. We have units that can go up to 85 gallons a minute for a 4-inch submersible. We have plastic construction, stainless steel construction, products that are threaded in to achieve higher pressures if needed, depending on the well depth. And we also offer, a crimped or a quad lock technology that's really durable. And we have plastic offerings for wells that are acidic and could eat at the stainless steel. For rural areas such as agricultural, we have a 6-inch stainless submersible, and we even offer large turbines up to 30,000 gallons, depending on the need, 30,000 gallons per minute. So we're just expanding the product offering to our consumers because we know that the demand is going to be there, and we want to make sure that we're in front of the customer.
Well, it's great how you laid that out because it's got to be the right piece of equipment for the application. And when we think about using nylon or plastic versus stainless, it 100% comes back down to water quality.
Water quality.
From volume to quality, we don't get to choose that again. You know, there's could be a time where I go, maybe this isn't the best place to have a farm
Right.
or something.
Yeah.
But the reality is you have to be able to put the right engineered solution in there.
That's correct, right? Because once that pump goes down hole, if it's set 800 feet down hole and you realize it's the wrong pump, it's not free to pull that out. You have to pay for it. So finding the right engineered solution up front will save money in the long run while offering you best quality.
Xylem and Gould's provides to pump companies and drilling companies education to be able to better suit their customers' needs. Do you guys do that?
Yes, we provide several training opportunities. We have live webinars from product line managers. We offer in-person trainings in Seneca Falls at our facility. We also offer turbine trainings in California, Lubbock, Texas. We have e-learning online, and actually e-learning, some of the offerings there are even able to earn CEU credits, right? So we're trying to provide offering in any way that the customer feels comfortable. Not everybody has the time to travel to a city, across the country for a 4-day training, but they want to understand the knowledge. And that's where we really differentiate our training offerings to provide at-will service, at time, when you need it, and you'll be able to take that knowledge and put it into the field and support the customers.
I also, from my experience from my grandfather and father's water well business and setting your pumps, you guys have a killer tech service team. Like there's always a good answer or solution, or I've never had a moment where I've been left hanging. Like you guys kick butt at that.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on the technical aspect and supporting our customers, because when questions or issues arise, not everybody knows everything, right? But we have the team that can provide those answers for you. We have a hotline that is answered through Seneca Falls, California, Morton Grove, Lubbock, Texas. So if you can't reach an individual in one part of our facility, there's always a backup to ensure that you guys are getting the best support in a timely manner.
And that's big because when somebody's out of water, the solution, everybody is in, triage mode. How quickly can we get them back up and running?
I don't want to wait I don't want to wait a day. I don't want to wait 2 hours. I want to fix now.
Yeah.
Who can I call? And if it's a holiday, support's there, right? We also even have we have a huge support in our dealer program. There's many dealers locally that customers may not even be aware about, that they can come out same day and fix an issue if it's not just technical, right? If a pump needs repair, I'm positive there's a dealer around the street within 20 miles to support your needs.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for your time today. This was fun. I enjoy your product lines, and getting to hear more about it was excellent.
No, I appreciate the time. It was nice meeting everyone here, and I look forward to another interview if we have that, and certainly appreciate your time.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.